So today we are going to deal with the Mansik Vyadhis explained in Ayurveda. So the three main Mansik Vyadhis are explained in Ayurveda, which are Unmad, Apasmar and Atatva Abhinivesh. So we have already studied Unmad Apasmar, but quickly we will go into quickly we will summarize Unmad Apasmar, and we will try to see how the Unmad Apasmar and Atatva Abhinivesh they differentiate from each other. So the Mansik Vyadhis explained in Ayurveda are Unmada Pasmar and Atatva Abhinivesh. Before we go into the Mansik Vyadhis, let us remember that in Mansik Vyadhis there will be the derangement of the buddhi. The buddhi, the mental faculty of the person will go deranged. Will disturb. So what is this buddhi? How the Ayurveda explain this buddhi? We know that the buddhi has three elements in it. First is dhi, second is dhriti, and third is smriti. So in Charak Samhita Sharirsthan chapter 1 shloka number 98, the causes for the diseases, the causes or the categorization for the causes of the diseases are these three. First is dhi, dhriti, smriti, vibransh. Second is samprapti kal karmanam, and third is asatmendriyarth sayog. You can say asatmendriyarth sayog. So all the reasons of the diseases can be categorized into these three factors. So first we are going to talk about the first factor, that is dhi, dhriti, smriti, vibransh. First let us know what is dhi, dhriti and smriti. So the buddhi or the pragya of a person, the consciousness of a person or the buddhi of a person can be divided into three stages or three levels. The first level is dhi, the second level is dhriti, and the third level is smriti. So what is dhi? Dhi is Nishchayatmak Buddhi. Nishchayatmak Buddhi means Nishchay. Nishchay means decisive. The Buddhi, the aspect of the Buddhi which takes a decision, right? Decision like what is good or what is bad. For example, eating food is good, eating soil is bad, studying is good, not studying is bad, right? So that thing, that faculty or that level or that aspect of Buddhi which decides what is good or what is bad, what is regular, what is irregular, what is temporary, what is permanent, right? So that is the first aspect, dhi. The second is dhriti. Dhriti is the dharanatmak buddhi. So once the dhi has decided what is good or bad, the dhriti controls whether to do it or not do it, because sometimes we do wrong things also, right? For example, your dhi has decided that studying is good for exams, but dhriti has the role whether to do that or not do that, whether you sleep or whether you study. So that is the second aspect, the dhriti, the dharnatmak buddhi, when you do the good thing or when you don't do the good thing or you do the wrong thing, right? Dhriti. And third is smriti. Smriti is the memory. When you do some things, it makes a memory and you keep that memory, and that is smriti. So the buddhi has three aspects, dhi, dhriti and smriti, and we now know what is dhi, what is dhriti and what is smriti. So when this dhi, dhriti and smriti vibransh happens, then these mental disorders originate, which are unmad, apasmar and atatva abhinivesh. So before going into the diseases, let us see what does dhi vibransh do. What does dhi vibransh do? So here the buddhi vibransh is written, but this buddhi vibransh here represents the dhi vibram, because dhi is sometimes synonymously called as buddhi, because it is the most important aspect, right? It is the basic thing which tells us about the right or wrong, right? This dhi is the first thing that a child develop, right? To differentiate between right or wrong. So Visham Abhinivesho yo nitya anitya hita ahite geya sa buddhi vibransh. So in buddhi vibransh, when the derangement of this dhi takes place, you read this buddhi as dhi here, dhi vibransh. So when this dhi vibransh takes place, that is derangement of this dhi takes place, then the person will not be able to differentiate between nitya and anitya. Nitya means which is temporary, nitya means which is permanent, and anitya means which is temporary. Or hita ahite, the person will not be able to differentiate which is hitkar for him and which is ahitkar for him. For example, you take your example, for example, studying for the exam, studying at the right time for the exam is hitkari. So person will not be able to differentiate the hitkar or eating right food is the hitkar. So person will not be able to differentiate between hitkar and ahitkar. That is the vibransh. So next is this dhriti vibransh. विषय प्रवणम सत्व धृति भ्रंशात न शक्यते नियंतुम अहितार्थ धृति ही नियमात्मिका, right? Or you can say the person, in spite of knowing what is good or bad, will not be able to do good things or will do the bad things. So that is called as dhriti bhransh. So the person is not able to do the hitkar things, or the person will do the ahitkar things, right? So that is dhriti bhransh. And third is smriti bhransh. Smriti is simply memory, right? When a person will not be able to memorize the things or will not be able to recall back the things which he has done, that is smriti bhransh, simply put, right? So now let us see what is unmad. So the first and the most important disease explained, mental disease or the Mansik Vyadhi explained in Ayurveda, is Unmad. In Charak Nidan Sthan, chapter 7, shloka number 5, the definition of Unmad is Unmadam Puna Mano Buddhi Sangya Gyan Smriti Bhakti Shil Cheshta Achar Vibram. So the Vibram or the derangement of these mental work is deranged, right? All these mental work is deranged. What is that? Number one is mana vibram, right? The mind will become deranged. Second is buddhi vibram. All the buddhi, dhiti, smriti, all three types will become vibram, will become deranged. Sangya gyan, the consciousness of the patient will become deranged, or you can say particularly orientation becomes deranged. When the person will not be able to the time, place and person, he will not be able to judge accordingly. Then smriti, the memory will become deranged. Bhakti is desire, right? So the desire will become deranged. The person will desire more for certain things, for example food, or he will not desire at all. So bhakti vibram. Then sheel vibram. Sheel is habits. The person will be having changed habits, the wrong habits. Then cheshta means the activity, the motor activity. The person will start using his hands and legs in appropriate way, right? Not in a proper way. Vibram will take place. Then achar vibram. Achar is conduct, the moral conduct in the society. Then vibram, achar vibram, right? So all these things will become vibram. So that is unmad. So what is unmad? Unmad is mana vibram, buddhi vibram, sangya gyan vibram, smriti vibram, bhakti vibram, sheel vibram, cheshta vibram, achar vibram. Basically all these things are the mental work. These are the mental things. So all the mental things will go mental. All the mental things will become deranged. So that is unmad. So unmad, what are the lakshanas for unmad? Let us see. Lakshanas are better given in Chikitsasthan chapter 9. Unmad Chikitsitam, shloka number 7. Right. So the lakshanas for unmad are धी विभ्रम सत्व परिप्लवश्च प्रयाकुला दृष्टि अधीरता अबद्वाक्यत्वम हृदयम च शून्यम सामान्यम उन्माद गदस्य लिंगम. So the most important lakshanas are धी विभ्रम. धी here is complete, धी dhriti smriti. So all complete altogether, all the three faculties of buddhi will become vibram, will become deranged. Then abadvakyatvam is second important. Abadvakyatvam means the person will start talking irrelevant, right? There will be no connection between two lines. The person will start speaking speaking which you cannot understand, right? So abadvakyatvam, the vakya, the sentences will not be joined with each other. The person will start from one thing and will go to another thing and then to another thing. Abadvakyatvam hridayam cha shunyam. The person will be, the hridaya will become shunya. There will be less sensations. The hridaya shunyata is a subjective phenomena, right? The person will not be able to feel much. He will not be emotional. He will not be in a proper emotional state. Drishti adhirta, the eyes will move too much, right? So dhi vibram, drishti adhirta, abad vakyatvam, and these are the main lakshanas of the unmad. So unmad is basically the madness, the psychosis, the psychotic disorders, the schizophrenias, and all these schizophrenia and these other psychotic disorders, they come into the category of unmad. right? So Unmad is basically a very important disease where all the faculties of the buddhi and all the work of the buddhi will become deranged. So after Unmad, let us study the Apasmar. Apasmar in Charak Chikitsa Sthan, chapter 10, Apasmar Chikisitam, the definition of the Apasmar is Smrite Apagamam. Prahus Apasmar Bishak Vida Tama Pravesh Vibit Cheshtam Dhi Sattva Sampalvat. Smrite Apagamam. The Smrite has gone. The Smriti has gone. Apagamam means, Gama means gone. Gama means went. It went away. So Smriti, the person has lost his Smriti. Right? So person will be having deranged Smriti. The Smriti aspect of the Buddhi, the Smriti aspect of the Buddhi will be deranged much. Tama pravesham means the person will become unconscious, the person will go into the darkness, unconsciousness. Vibitsa cheshtam, very important, third symptom is vibits cheshtam. The person will do cheshta which is vibits, which is not proper. For example, throwing hands in the air or throwing feet or falling down to the ground. So vibits cheshta, the cheshta will become vibits. Right? These sattva sampalvad, these sattva will become deranged. Right? So these three, smriti apagam, tama pravesh, vibits cheshta are the main important definition, main important features and definitions of the Apasmar. Let us see the lakshanas for the Apasmar. Lakshanas are in shloka number 7, 4, 5. The shloka number 7. पश्यति असंति रूपाणि पतति प्रस्फुरति अपि जीवाक्षी भ्रूस्रवात लालौ हस्तौ पादौ च विक्षेपन दोष वेगे च विगते सुप्तवत् प्रतिबुध्यते. So the first important thing is पश्यति असंति रूपाणि. Right? The person will see things which are not present, hallucinations. Right? For example, person will start seeing the ghosts or some mountains, some water, something which is not there. Right? Rupani patati. Patati means the person will fall down to the ground. The person will immediately fall down to the ground. Prasafurti api, the person will have a certain shaking of the body. Jiva akshi bru sarvat lalo, right? The person will jiva akshi bru prasafurti means there will be abnormal sensations in the jiva akshi bru, or there will be abnormal movements in the jiva akshi and bru. Sarvat lalo. Lala Srav will take place. Hasta Padau cha Vikshipan. The person will start throwing his hands and feet. Dosh Vege cha Vigate Suptvat Pratibudyate. Very important. Dosh Vege cha Vigate. When the Dosh Vega has gone, Vigate means gone. Suptvat Pratibudyate. The person will wake up like nothing has happened. Suptvat Pratibudyate. Just like he has woke up from the sleep. So that means this is the Smriti will be lost. The consciousness will be lost. And when person will wake up, he will not remember anything whatever has happened in the past 5 or 10 minutes when this episode has taken place, when the episode of Apasmar has taken place. So you can say Apasmar is an episodic and paroxysmal, or one and the same thing. The Apasmar is a paroxysmal event. It is a sudden event, and in this event the person will not remember whatever he or she do in this particular event when he wake up from that unconsciousness. Right? So that is Apasmar. So in Unmad, Apasmar is an episodic phenomena, whereas Unmad is a permanent phenomena. It is a chronic phenomena, or it is there with the patient, just like it is a permanent phenomena, right? It stays with the patient. Whereas Apasmar is an episodic, just like asthma. The episodes of Apasmar will come, and when the dosha vega are less, the person will wake up from that unconsciousness state, and he will not remember whatever he has done in that particular time period, particular episode. So now you know what is Apasmar. Now let us see what is Atattva Abhinivesh. So Atattva Abhinivesh is given very shortly by the Acharyas, and the name itself tells its definition. Atattva Abhinivesh. That means the person will have Abhinivesh, or the person will have a knowledge of Atattva. Atattva means which is not Tattva, which is not truth. Right? So the person will have a knowledge which is false knowledge. The person will believe in certain things which are false. right? Atattva abhinivesh, the person will have false knowledge. So it is Mahagadam Somyam Shruno, it is Mahagada, it is also called as, it is one of the Mahagadas. Then the Nidanas are shloka number 57. Malin ahar shilasya vegan prapt nigrinata Shito Ushna Snigdha Ruksha Adi Hetubhischa Ati Sevite. Right? So Malin ahar shilasya, if a person takes malin ahar, that is unhygienic food, vegan prapt nigrinata, right? If a person, if veg nigraha or veg, what is that? Veg nigraha is there, right? Shita Ushna Snigdha Ruksha Adi, if person takes all these food items in very huge amount, that leads to this particular disease. No, we know that these mansik diseases, the doshas involved are all three doshas, Vat Pitta Kapha, plus mansik doshas, Raja and Tama, and Sattva is less. Raja and Tama are high, Vriddhi, and Sattva is less. So what happens? Hridyam samup ashritya mano buddhi vahasira. So from the mano buddhi vahasira, these doshas will establish themselves in the hriday. Hriday here is the brain. Dosha sandusha tishtanti rajo moha vritatmana. Also with the rajo and moha, the rajo and moha in the body will be increased. Rajas tamobhyam vriddabhyam buddho mansi cha avrite. So this raja and tama, they will increase and they will do the avarana of the buddhi and the manas. Right? So the dhi driti smriti will be deranged and the manas will be deranged. Hridaya vyakule dosha thi moodo alp chetana. Hridaya will become vyakul and there will be moodta, right? Moodta means the person will not be able to decide, and there will be alp chetana. The consciousness will be less, the orientation will be less. Vishmam karute buddhi nitya anitya hita hite. This is very important line. Vishmam karute buddhi. The buddhi will become visham, and the person will not be able to differentiate between nitya and anitya and hitkar and ahitkar. So you can imagine there will be more of dhi vibram, right? Or dhi bhransh. Dhi bhransh will be more, because we know whenever dhi bhransh is there, the person will have the state of nitya, anitya and hitkari, ahitkari loss, right? The decisive loss. The nishchayatmak buddhi will be at loss. The first faculty of the buddhi will be at loss. So you can say that atattva abhinivesh is more of dhi bhransh, whereas the apasmar is more of smriti vibhransh, right? And the unmad is of all bhransh. It will be of dhi vibhransh also, smriti vibhransh also, and the dhriti also, right? All the buddhi will be deranged, right? Based on their levels, or based on their intensity, there will be features, right? So once again, unmad is buddhi vibhransh. You can understand unmad as complete buddhi vibhransh, whereas apasmar is more of smriti vibhransh, whereas atattva abhinivesh is more of dhi vibhransh, right? So these four shlokas you should remember. Malinahar shilasya, from Malinahar shilasya to Vishma kurute buddhi nitya nitya hita hite, and that completes your atattva abhinivesh. Atattva abhinivesh can be correlated with obsessive compulsive disorders. We will talk about these obsessive compulsive disorders in the modern classes, right? But just for the introduction, obsessive compulsive disorders are the mental disorders where the person keeps on doing things which doesn't make any sense, or which are particularly harmful for them, right? For example, these obsessive compulsive disorders, they keep on washing their hands again and again, or they keep on counting their money again and again, or they keep on cleaning the house again and again, right? They are normally looking person, right? They know what is good, what is bad, but they will not be able to stop themselves from doing, which doesn't make any sense, right? So their first faculty is deranged. The part is, the nishchayatmak buddhi is little deranged, right? So that is atattva abhinivesh can be correlated with obsessive compulsive disorders. So that complete your lecture for today.